We're going to use our graphing calculator and matrices to solve a system of equations. And so we're going to use this 3x3 example and then the steps how to use the calculator to solve for it. So the first thing you need to do is, one, with the system of equations, make sure that you have all the coefficients with the variables on one side of the equations and then all the constants on the other side. And so if I look here, my first equation is good. So negative 3r minus 6s minus 3t, that equals 6. But if we look at our second equation, we have an s on the right-hand side, so I'm just going to move that to the left. Minus s plus t, and that equals negative 8. And then our third equation, I can just flip those around. So I have 0r plus s minus 5t, and that's going to equal 17. And so again, I want all my variables on the left-hand side, and I want all my r's to be lined up in a row, in a column, all my s's lined up in a column, and all my t's lined up in a column. And then on the right-hand side, I have all of the constants. And so we're going to make our matrix using the coefficients of our variables. And so we have negative 3, 1, 0, negative 6, negative 1, 1, negative 3, 1, and then negative 5. So that's my coefficient matrix. And then I went RST, and so this is going to be a column vector. RST equals 6, negative 8, 17. And so in our graphing calculator, we need to enter this 3x3 and this 3x1. We're not going to worry about the RST. We're going to use the calculator to find the inverse of the 3x3 matrix and then multiply it by our constant matrix, 3x1 matrix. And so over here, if you want to get to the matrix menu, we hit second matrix. And I want to edit my 3x3 matrix. And so it's a 3 columns, or 3 rows by 3 columns. And then I'm going to enter the values. So negative 3, negative 6, negative 3, 1, negative 1, 1, 0, 1, negative 5. All right, so that is my matrix, and notice that it is matrix A. And then for matrix B, I'm going to enter my 3x1 second matrix. I'm going to make that my B. So again, edit. I want to edit matrix B. It's no longer going to be a 3x3 that I have here. This is going to be a 3x1. Enter. And I have 6, negative 8, 17. And so if we look at our equation here, we have A times RST equals 6, negative 8, 17. And so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply both sides by A inverse. When we do this, we'll get the identity matrix, and so we'll be left with RST is equal to A inverse times our column matrix, and that will give us our values that we're looking for. And so we're going to go back to our matrix. We're going to hit second matrix. Now I want to work with matrix A first. I'm going to hit enter. I want to get the inverse of the matrix, so I do not hit second. I'm going to hit inverse, so it's x to the negative 1. And so this is telling me to find the inverse of A. And I'm going to multiply that now by the second matrix, which is B. Enter. And when I complete that task, we get RST will be equal to negative 3, to -3. And so again, that's how we can use inverse matrices and matrix equations to solve for unknowns in a system of equations.